All right. It's motherfucking Monday.
Let's
the rent's
go.
due. It's coming up. Motherfucking cold outside. Fucking bums in the street trying to challenge you. Get the fucking knife, man. We back
the
in this
knife,
Beyond
bruh.
the Road.
Let's go.
Fuck that. Back hurts. Put some fucking Tiger Balm on that shit, man. You
Hell
know what I
yeah,
mean?
I don't feel shit.
We good. We back. Hell yeah, man. Bump some Snoop Dogg in this motherfucker. Everyone's getting choked out. Give a fuck.
Hell yeah.
Beyond the Road.
Beyond the Road
Back
podcast.
again, man. We got
Episode 33.
33.
Let's go.
About to dunk on these fools. But yeah, man, a lot of things going on in MMA, bro. Just been wild last couple weeks. I don't even know where to start. I saw a video of Jon Jones walking. Looked like he was kind of drunk.
Dude, what was that? I didn't hear what he was trying to say. I was at a concert. I'm like, bro, what's going on with Jon Jones, bro? What did he say in the vid? Something about trying to kill someone?
Yes, I heard him say, like, you know how you feel, you want to kill him or something. And then he looked at his phone, and then I don't know if he knew he was live, and he kind of like ended the video.
No way, man.
Yeah, man, he's probably just, late night drinking, and he gets emotional, and he's just like, oh shit. Like, so it's kind of crazy because he was on that whole campaign for the healthcare thing, and then now he's kind of like wasted again on. It's not a good look, but we're not surprised with Jones, man. It always fucking, he dives back into that alcoholism, bro. Like,
it's crazy, bro.
lately.
Even the best athletes still, struggle. Even Alex Pereira had the same type of issue with alcohol. He had to give that up, and it's just like, these guys are human at the end of the day. They got problems, they got issues, but I mean, it's just like it happens to everyone. So
yeah, man. So who knows what's going on with him? He's probably just like trying to figure it out, party a little bit, get back to training. But we know he got some fights. Whoever he fights, I think it's gonna be better if he fights Aspinall, because that's just gonna like leave the UFC heavyweight division in like a better place. You know what I mean? Because if he fights Alex Pereira, and it's like, what's gonna happen after that? Is Pereira gonna like? Is he gonna stay in the heavyweight division? If so, yeah, that's dope. But if he kind of just goes back to light heavy, it's like, what the fuck? So if he fights Aspinall, say Aspinall wins, it leaves the heavyweight division in a better place. Like it carries that momentum forward, I think, better. You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah, because the heavyweight division is not in a good spot, to be honest. Like, if you remove Aspinall and Jones, there's not a lot of competitors. I mean, they recently got I actually forgot his name, but they just cut a heavyweight. I think Jairzinho or they recently
Rosencheck or whatever.
Rosen. Yeah, I think that's his. Yeah. They cut him.
Something like
I mean, and the heavyweight division has been lackluster. I mean, it used to be like with Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Frank Mir. It used to be like freaking one of the best ones out there. It's just if Pereira goes to heavyweight and then back down, I don't know. A lot of people struggle to make that to make the weight and then to cut it back down. Kind of messes with their whole like system that they got going on.
But yeah, that's part of the reason, is that there's no active like real champion. So
yeah,
a lot of people, I don't really think they take Aspinall that serious, because it's like he's got the interim title, and it's just like, it kind of just delays the belt, bro. So
for sure.
Hopefully they get that done and get him the money he needs, 30 million. I'm thinking if they have it in like Dubai or whatever out there, get some of the Saudis involved, man. They'll put up that money, that
bread
they're missing. Yeah, to get him 30 million or 25, what he wants, and then hey, Aspinall's gonna have to, take the pay cut. He's probably only gonna get but it's still a lot, probably like 5. Which is a lot, bro.
He's still young too. He's gonna fight down the line. Jones is like towards the end of his career too,
so I want to see that fight this year. And the Pereira fight him. If we can get both of those, Pereira's down whenever.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fucking dope year, bro. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, what has been catching your eye, man? I have like 5 things that this week where I was just like, whoa, what the hell? I wrote down.
I'm interested in what Top Turo's got planned for his next fight. Honestly, just because I feel like he's probably one of the most dominant champions right now. He kind of just took the scene and has been dominating since. So I mean, that last fight with Max Holloway was just like was wild, and just like this this era of the new generation is here, bro. It's here to stay. A lot of the older fighters are going away. Tony Ferguson, Chris Weidman, Dominic Cruz, they're out. And I feel like they should like give more like respect to the fighters that have been fighting for a long time. They're kind of just out. There's no like Hall of Fame or retirement ceremony, no
Nah,
farewell tour like Kobe Bryant with these guys that
not
dedicated
much.
so much time. They're just gone and out. So that's kind of what I think I've been thinking about is like Islam and Taporia.
That yeah, they just need to make that happen, man. At this point, it's like, just give the people what they want, man. Just get these fights going. Stop trying to delay it,
Hmm.
and just give them what they want, man. Just like if they keep doing this year, it just makes the sport better, more exciting, and yeah, man. I look forward to that. His next move.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching the Jackson podcast,
Hey.
Rampage, calling out
Uh-huh.
Smith, and he's like, "Yeah, tell him when he sees me, or keep his name out keep my name
Yeah.
out his mouth, and all that." And they're just like, that dude just snaps, dude. Like he literally rampages, and it's like, is he trying to distract people from like the whole Bryce Miller thing? They trying to like create some other clips or beef to kind of like overshadow it,
Hmm.
probably. But at the same time, I think Rampage is just that dude just gets mad. When he gets mad, he just talks shit, and you know,
Plus,
I
he's
don't know.
getting ready for a fight. He's like
He's
getting
gonna
ready
be,
for.
yeah, Rashad Evans.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, who knows? Rampage versus Anthony Smith. I mean, I don't know. Like next year, who knows, bro? Like,
Yeah.
when they Anthony Smith, if he's not active, but it looks like he has a fight coming up, right? I saw he was,
His last one, I believe. I believe
yeah,
this is going to be his last fight. He's fought over like 50 times. Anthony Smith,
yeah. They don't put any respect on that guy's name either. They're like, oh, he's not a Lionheart, and I
Lionheart.
don't. Yeah, dude, I felt like they dissed him on the pod, bro, on
They did.
Jackson. They're like, not Lionheart. I was like, damn, dude. So
I do
that
think
that was
it's
kind of
because
crazy,
he is
bro.
getting ready for a fight. Maybe that fighter in Rampage is just coming out a little bit. He has been more aggressive, and I watched that clip of Anthony Smith talking about Rampage, and it didn't feel like Anthony Smith was being too offensive. He was just saying he went on the podcast, and afterwards they were talking shit about him after he left, and he was just like he didn't like it. I mean, I feel like that's fair, but Rampage is like I could have made fun of you, and I didn't, but I'm gonna make fun of you now. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
it's like all right, but
Then yeah, man. Well, then I saw the Forrest Griffin one, which was kind of weird.
that was weird.
Just so weird, bro. And it's like I don't really know shit about Forrest Griffin's personal life at all. Like I said, I've seen this fool at like the MGM Grand, like in fucking 2010 or 11 or whatever,
Hmm.
and he was charging like $80 for a fucking autograph. I don't know. That shit was weird to me. I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. I was like, and he was just sitting there, like this, like literally like that. Nobody fucking getting his autograph, which was crazy, bro. I don't know, man. I feel like to me, like Rampage, Jackson, and some of these other guys were
Hmm.
just like Chuck Liddell at that time, or like I don't know. To me, they were like just bigger superstars, dog. But UFC tried to play like they're like, oh, Forrest Griffin. Blah, blah. They used to hype that guy up. I never was really a fan of that guy, bro. Like, I guess I got to go back and watch him his fight, but I was never like that dude was kind of boring to me. And cause like if Rampage was at MGM, dude, that place would be going crazy, bro. Like
Right.
that dude was sitting by himself. We walked by him. We're like, he could hear us talking. Like me and my homie, like, how much for our autograph? They're like, oh, it's 80. My homie's like, oh, that's fucking a rip off, dude.
Yeah,
Like, and
that's
that
a
fool was
lot,
just right there,
especially back
just like
then. Yeah,
that. He just sat there like this, like with his head down. I was like, this was fucking lame. But obviously, like Dana White kind of likes him. I don't know. But
yeah,
that dude's this fucking idiot, bro. Like, I don't know. Like the shit he was talking about, oh, my pale skin and how do you see me and the black people. I was just like, what is this guy fucking saying, bro? I was just talking about race, and
yeah.
Rampage wasn't buying into that shit. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They were paying me, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
He's like, yeah. So it's like that shit was awkward, but I understand he's trying to do that free speech social experiment thing. But I was just like, that's like you got the like one of the biggest platforms for MMA, and you came on there about that, bro. Like,
That was the first thing you said too. I know Forrest
yeah,
was like known for scrapping. Like he had this
yeah,
aggressive style. He would just get hit a lot, And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just weird. It was just weird how it came. Like, I know the Jackson podcast is trying to, get rid of that Bryce Mitchell situation. But with
Yeah.
that as soon as the next episode, it's like, what the hell?
Again, bro.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. They could edit that stuff out, but at the same time, it's like they posted.
Yeah.
So
It was whack. But nobody talks about Forrest Griffin, bro. We never talk about nobody, bro. No one ever posts clips. I'll hear some highlights of Forrest Griffin with Linkin Park in the background. Like nobody fucking posts. Nobody posts that shit. Nobody, dog. Like we seeing like
he was on the
we
cover
seeing
of
like
the game one time, though. I think.
yeah, he was. Well, UFC likes him. They're like he's like a
Right,
poster boy, but
for sure.
nobody's quoting
Yeah, I know
Forrest
what you mean. Yeah.
Griffin.
Uh-huh.
Nobody like you talk about GSP, you talk about
Mm.
EJ Penn, Nick Diaz, Rampage, Chuck. No one gives a fuck about that fool. I don't think so. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe in the Midwest or some shit. But anyway, dude,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That shit was whack. But the other podcast was cool. They had Bobby Green on there, and they had the guy who wraps the hands, Tate. I forgot his
Oh
name.
yeah, I
Big
know what
black
you're.
guy.
Right.
That guy's entertaining, bro. Like it was funny
He's
as fuck.
funny.
I follow
He
him
is
on
funny.
Instagram, and that podcast was dope. Like Bobby Green was kind of like the mediator in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And when Bobby Green's not all fucking high and shit, like all stupid high, like smoking 5 blunts, that dude's actually pretty good
Intelligent.
on the pod. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did pretty good. So but
I
yeah,
saw a
man, they
clip.
need to get Bobby Green in the fucking no, they need to get they need to get Bear in an MMA fight, bro.
Just throw him in there. See what
Some
happens.
against somebody, yeah.
Bryce Mitchell.
Nah, Bryce Mitchell fuck him up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I,
did see a couple clips of Bobby Green kind of defending Bryce Mitchell in a way, or Anthony Smith. I mean, he was
yeah,
defending Anthony Smith, saying he's a dog, and he was talking to TJ Dillashaw, saying he fought like 27 times. Anthony Smith fought 50 times, and it takes a
yep,
certain type of person to hop in there 50 times. And,
exactly, bro,
and I think
exactly.
that was a good point that Bobby Green made. It's
Great,
like, that's
fucking
insane.
great point. Because a lot of people just like they just shit on Anthony Smith, dude. I actually thought he was pretty good. It sucks to see, I was kind of a fan of him, like it just sucks to see people lose, like that. You're just
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. They start losing, you're like, damn. And then like you start to hear all these analysts talk about him, and you're like, damn, is this true or not? But if everyone's saying the same thing, it's like, is it really? Like, does he really give up after whatever they say, third round, second round, he gives up?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But you got to put some respect on that guy's name, though. It's kind of crazy, like to be able to go in there, 50 fights. But yeah, it's just wild, bro. I've been looking at the bare knuckle thing too. Conor said that
Okay.
he wants to fight in bare knuckle. He called, as always, he called out everybody. He's just
Yeah.
like Eddie Alvarez. What's his name?
Stevens.
Stevens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did he call out? Yeah, I don't know. Call out a couple people, but dude wants to fight in bare knuckle. I was like, dude, pick one, man. UFC, bare knuckle,
Yeah, if he fights bare knuckle,
boxing.
we're not going to see him in the UFC anymore. I mean, it's just sad to see kind of the things how they played out with Conor and his situation, but he does need to pick one, bro. Like, what do you think? That's a good move for him?
In the long run, yeah, for bare knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I kind of wanted to see him do the UFC one more time,
Yeah.
just because it'll help his business too. Like, it'll help bare knuckle. Like, it'll translate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he gets a win in the UFC, but they're gonna have to find the right opponent for him. I don't know, dude.
Chandler.
Chandler's gonna fuck him up, bro. Damn, bro. I don't know. At this point, Chandler's on a run, dude. Like he's just been fighting.
He gave Oliveira a
Connor's,
run for his money in that last fight too, like towards the
yeah,
end.
he did. He did. This Conor just hasn't fought in a long time. He needs a fight like fucking like Nate Diaz, bro. Just because Nate Diaz wants to go back to the UFC. They should do part 3. Just retire after that, bro. Like that's what I think. Because
I'll
Chandler's
still
gonna
be
fuck him
huge,
up.
like numbers wise, just because of the names. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're towards the end of their career, but I feel like something like that. And I don't know. Dana hasn't really talked about Conor too much. Taporia called him out like once he won the belt, but like he doesn't take him serious anymore. And it's just
Nah,
I don't know. I don't know who Conor could fight, to be honest.
it's fucking Tony Ferguson. Nah, I'm just playing.
GFL.
Yeah, but yeah, man, those are the things that kind of like caught my eye. And I saw Volkanovski fighting in not fighting, but training in like Thailand, dude.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
pretty
that.
dope. With
Trainer Craig
Aljo,
Jones.
Craig Jones. Looks like he looks pretty locked in. Like I saw the first training round he did our first day, and I was like, this was like half-assing it. But then they
Mhm.
came like I think later at night, or I don't know if it was the same day. They started to pick up the pace. I was like, oh shit, dude, I like the way he trains. So he'll do some stand up with somebody, boom, 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 and
Okay.
then they'll like blow a whistle, and then like Craig Jones will come in and they'll go to the ground. They'll start doing jujitsu on the ground.
Right away.
Boom, they blow the whistle again. Then it's back to stand. Another guy will come in with pads, like a fucking old man coach with
Oh, yeah, yeah,
pads
I
and
know who you're
just
talking about.
just holding it. And the dude's
Mhm.
like OG in the game. They'll blow the whistle again, boom, and then like I don't know, Aljo will come in and start fighting him. Dude, that's how you fucking train right there, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's that championship, bro. Like he went to Thailand just for the bodies. He's like, they got a lot of bodies here they got like an endless amount of fucking just bodies. Like
I
people
think
just like
Yang Wei
hardly.
Li was training over there in Thailand too before her last fight, and she did great against Tatiana Suarez. Like, maybe that's the place to train.
They just got so many people that are just getting down, bro, and they're good strikers, and that's what they do. And it's
Yeah.
just like that's how you get the work in. I mean, I feel like that's how you train for an MMA fight. You can't just go and like, oh, I'm gonna do fucking jujitsu all day. Like, nah, you got to do rounds like that, bro. Like, I think that
Everything.
makes you more rounded.
Right.
It's like more realistic, and then they were putting him in like I think bad position. He was doing that positional sparring or
Mhm.
situational sparring, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like they had his back and he was like getting out, and I was like, oh, dude, this is some dope ass. That's some good training right there, dude. And I was like, he looks good out there. He's going against Opturo again, huh? Opturo
Is that
is
announced or no?
not officially, huh?
Oh, okay.
They're making it seem like that. I don't know, man.
I just thought he was gonna go
Dude,
against Diego Lopez. I think that
okay.
they've been wondering or throwing that out there. So I was like, maybe he's preparing for Diego Lopez, but
I kind of like that better, bro. I mean, dude, I don't know if I want to see
yeah,
him get fucking knocked out by Taporia again, bro. Like that shit was crazy.
you were there live, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I was just shocked. I was like, damn, I never seen someone just get knocked out, just like in life, real life, like that. Like, just right on the fucking chin,
What
bro.
was the energy like, especially after that? Because really, no one
People were
was really expecting that.
people were sad, bro.
It's
They were
like you
hella
entered a
sad.
whole different realm.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I didn't think he had I didn't know who he really was. I heard he was
Yeah,
coming up, and I was just
right.
like, nah, there's no way he's beating Volk.
Hmm.
Fucking knocked him out, bro.
Yeah, I
Damn.
wouldn't want to see that either. I would rather like a tune-up fight. Rather see a tune-up fight for Volk, but Diego Lopez is also a tough guy. But it's not
That's another
announced,
tough.
so it's like there's really no easy fights in the UFC.
Nah.
But going against a high level champion like Taporia, it is different though. But there's no easy
Mm-hmm.
fights.
Yeah, man. So those are a few things. What about have you seen have you been looking at anything?
In particular, I'm excited for this Dan Hooker and Justin Gaethje fight, bro. This
Ooh.
one might be one of the most entertaining fights we might see this year. If we see Jon Jones and Aspinall, that would probably be one of the most watched events. But this Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje, both of them like fight to the death, bro, and
Yeah.
they're not afraid to get hit. Especially if you've seen like some of the fights without the crowd, like the one you sent me with Khabib, or without the commentary. Some of the fights that they fought in the Apex, bro, it's freaking brutal. Listening to Justin or Dustin Poirier go against Dan Hooker, and without sound, you
Oh
could just
shit.
hear all the hits, all the kicks, and
Damn.
it's brutal, bro. And then you saw what Justin Gaethje did to Tony Ferguson during like COVID. It was bad
Mm.
too. So both of these guys could get down. Justin
Mm-hmm.
Gaethje's coming back from that Max Holloway knockout from UFC 300. This is
Woo.
his first fight back since then. Dan Hooker, he just had a recent win,
You
I
had a
believe,
win,
too.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's gonna be crazy, bro. That one might be freaking rated R with all the
Oh
blood and
yeah.
stuff we're gonna see. So, that one's gonna be pretty, pretty brutal to say the least.
Damn. Yeah, I
So
can't
that's
wait for that.
what I've been seeing.
Hyping me up on that one. That's gonna be good.
Yep.
Um, I saw a reel. I sent it to this guy. He's pretty popular in the jiu-jitsu community. He's all like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, you wrestlers that enter I believe you said the white belt division, like you high level wrestlers, that's cheating, that's sandbagging, blah blah blah. And then I was just looking in the comments, and like they're like, oh, what about judo black belts that enter the blue belt division? Like people were like literally saying that, or they're saying the white belt division, and everyone had their mixed opinions, and some people are like, oh, that's where they belong. If they go to purple and higher, they're getting smoked, and yeah, so it's like a thing, because I know you went through, you had a match with a black belt judo guy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not the only one. People are like, yeah, these black belts, so they'll enter white belt, they'll enter blue belt, and you got these fucking D1 wrestlers in white belt, blue belt. You know, it's just what it is, bro. I mean, call it what you want to call it. They're technically a white belt, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what's fair, what's not, but
So
it's crazy.
based on my match with them, I honestly felt like I have like I don't know what the ratings are. Like if you go against someone, you're sparring against someone like, oh, this guy's for sure a purple belt, this guy's for sure a blue belt. Yeah, in the match, I was like, okay, this guy's way more experienced competitively. I feel like
Hmm.
that's where his edge was, where it's like
Okay,
he's been in the zone more times than I have. But his jujitsu didn't feel like the best that
high
I've
level.
yeah, it
Okay.
didn't feel like, oh, I'm gonna get sub like here. I mean, even the submission that he got me in, it was Americana, but it wasn't like applied like how is usually applied, you know,
Yeah, it's kind of
jujitsu.
unconventional,
Yeah,
kind of.
so it was like I wasn't trying to get hurt. I mean, he did sub me. He was still really good, but I was just like, yeah, it wasn't the best jujitsu I've gone against, especially like
Yeah,
in
he
the
didn't do
training
no
room. Like go with
freaking
Anthony, I'm
flying
like, bro, like
triangle.
this, it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
like, with just like even with training, it's just like, but it is kind of like a common thing. A lot of wrestlers are translating towards jujitsu. There's more opportunities that we're seeing. So we're probably going to see that more common, especially with like Pat Downey. He was like a blue belt, but he still
there
did
you
well
go.
in CJI against these black belts, right? So it
Crazy.
does translate. It's like we have to acknowledge that, but I don't know if it's on the professors or the coaches kind of thought process on giving them certain belts. If they feel like their jujitsu still not as good as it could be as
Hmm.
like a blue
Hmm.
belt, they'll probably hold them back. But I don't know. I think it should be like acknowledged at least, like, oh, the background, maybe if there's
Hmm.
experience or not. But at the end of the day, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of on them. It's like, all right, they're judo black belt, but what if you were endurance runner, power lifter,
yeah.
Olympic sprinter? You had like hella cardio, you're jacked, and you go in there and you just overpower this fucking judo black belt. Then he's gonna be like, oh well, you're a weightlifter, endurance
Hmm.
runner. That's cheating. So it's like I guess everyone has their
Everyone has a
attributes
background.
and
Yeah.
background. Or if you went against some guy and you're like, he never lifted weights, he's a blue belt, no muscle, and he's like, "Oh, you cheated. You've been lifting weights since you were 18, and you're an athlete. You used to play basketball." So it's just like
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to like say that's cheating. I mean, technically, when you sign up, right, it doesn't ask you like, "Oh." When you sign up with the tournament, you're like, it doesn't say like what's your background, right? It doesn't say like, oh, were you a
No.
Olympic wrestler? Were you a
Yeah.
judo sambo guy?
Hmm.
So it's just that's just what it is. It's part of the game. So you can't really complain about it. You know what I mean?
There's so
And
many
I think
variables,
that's
man.
yeah, I think that's a plus for them. They did all the hard work, and that's where they're at. I mean, I'm sure when you start off in wrestling, you lose a lot. I hear about people in high school, middle school, they lose like they lose the whole year. They don't win one match, and they went through the grind,
Hmm.
and they, like you said, they've been tested more, and it's just like you can translate it to anything, dude. Like you got a good street baller, he's killing everyone in the streets. You get him in a freaking not even the NBA, you get them in the D League. You got these guys that are just balling on them because they're just not used to playing a whole game. They're not used to the structure, the rules.
Hmm.
So, you know, I try not to call it, oh, you're cheating, didn't I? I
Hmm.
mean, they'll get, they'll get to purple, they'll go against a brown belt, and it's like, even if they're a black belt in judo, that shit probably won't even matter at that point, bro. You know what I mean? I'm sure that guy would have had problems at purple. Like if he went in the purple, I think that's probably where he belongs. Like you said, he's like, it wasn't no high level And then deep down, you kind of know, dude. You're just like, all right, like my jujitsu is not that great. I kind of just, they know where they're at. But I just thought it was interesting. Like that guy's page. He just kind of like trying to cause like
Some
the conflicts in the comments.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. He does a
controversy.
good
Yeah,
job doing that because he was talking
that's
about
great.
like
Yeah,
even with actually I heard Max Holloway talk about the translation with wrestling and wrestling in the MMA scenario or in the cage. I've seen
good
MMA
point.
Guru
Good
talk about
point.
this with
Yep.
Daniel Cormier.
Oh,
A lot of
nickel.
yeah, a lot of wrestlers can't really get their offense off like they would in an
Nope,
actual wrestling match compared to MMA. Max Holloway is like, put I could wrestle with any of these guys. Doesn't matter how much because it is different once you implement strikes,
dude. Way
different
different.
submissions, and it's like it's a whole different sport. It's like doing gi and no gi. It's like, is it
Yep.
the same? It's still jujitsu, but is it? It's a different feel for sure.
That made me think a lot because like even if you're like high level wrestling and you go to MMA, like the stances are different, bro. Like how there's a wrestler stance.
Hmm.
Like you can't stand like that in an MMA fight. Like you
No,
can't. You're gonna get kneed in the head. Like you know what I mean. You can't just dive at
mass
someone's
with them.
leg. Yeah. So there's fucking there it is right there. Like so you got to be aware of that. And who was it? Was it Bo Nickel that one of those guys that are high level wrestling? They don't even their last match was
Yeah,
it
it was
against
Bo
Paul
Nickel,
Craig?
Paul Craig. Yep.
Didn't even wrestle, like, cause it's like it's not the same, dude. Like, especially going against another guy that can do both. It's like he didn't even really want to shoot. So it's just like it's a trip, dude. I never really thought about that.
Hmm.
And then I've seen people that are high level wrestlers and jujitsu guys, high
Hmm.
level,
Hmm.
and they just start like trying to go for takedowns and stuff, and they're just getting fucking punched, bro. And some of them will take hella damage and get to the ground, and then they'll kind of win. But
Right.
it's like, damn, dude, you shouldn't be trying to take all those punches, bro. And just like you should
All it
try to
takes is
like,
one.
yeah. So that's why like I see like some of these jujitsu guys and wrestlers that come in and don't work on striking. They either take a lot of punches or they just then get to the ground and it's over, or they just
Mhm.
get fucking knocked out, and it's brutal, bro. It's a tough it's a tough sport, bro, and it's crazy, man. Like,
I think Yang Wei Li's fight against Tatiana Suarez was a good fight of like, or a good example of just showing the different type of range you have to have as a fighter, standing up, clinching, on the ground, wrestling
yeah,
defense. She had 14 takedown
defense.
reversals defenses,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she stuffed all of those. And it's like,
Amazing.
it's you have to have all that, and plus she just trained in Thailand, and she started her first amateur or first professional MMA fight was at 24 years old or 23 years old. So it's not like she's been doing
Dang.
it for a long time with wrestling since she was a kid. I think Tatiana Suarez was wrestling since she was like 5.
Wow.
And so it's like it can be done. And it really shows like, hey, if you are balanced, if you're training like Volk, you could defend some takedowns, do some jits, and then stand up on the feet. And so you have to be able to be comfortable in any position in the fight because you can't really predict it. You slip and fall and the dude's on top of you. You have to be ready for that.
Mhm. Um, who was that? I forgot who I was listening to.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was MMA Guru, but yeah, he was talking about like some of these guys, they gotta adjust and change their styles up. And they were talking about Strickland, and they're like, "Yo, this guy, what he's doing is just not working. It's like he needs to like evolve his game." And they talk so much shit about wrestling, this and that, but it's like, dude, do you want to win? Like, do you want to like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know where a lot of these guys they just want to keep doing what they're doing, but you can tell like the champions, the guys on top, they're going to Thailand. They're bringing in fucking top jujitsu guys. They're, look at even Jon Jones. He was bringing in some of those Olympic wrestlers, and
Hmm.
that's the kind of shit you got to do, man. I mean, I don't know if it's like a funds thing, like they can't really afford it. I mean,
Hmm.
it is pricey. It is like, hey, I can't buy this Lambo. I'm gonna have to drop this on a Thailand training. I'm gonna have to drop. Who knows how much that shit costs, bro? 50K. Who knows? Like, it's
Yeah.
probably not cheap. I mean, you're
No.
paying all these people, and a lot of these people, these fighters can't afford that shit. So that's why they go to the UFC institute, like the training facility, because
Hmm.
everything's free. I think it's all free there. They have trainers and everything. They have
Yeah.
classes.
Hmm.
But you're at the top. You're getting paid millions of dollars for fights. It's like you're gonna have to spend a good amount on on that training, bro. Like,
Yeah, it seems like the only champion who isn't really doing everything. It seems like most of them are Bilal Muhammad,
mhm.
Jon Jones, Zhang Wei Li, but Alex Pereira is like the only one that the opponents just stand with him, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Never does not. I don't know if there's something in the contract that they signed. They're like, hey, don't shoot no takedowns on him.
Right? Am I
I don't
tripping
know
or
if
not?
Dana looks at him and yeah, no, you're right. And that's the same thing with that was if you notice that was like Sean O'Malley for the longest.
Yeah, he does.
No
Yeah, you're
one would
right.
try to take like why didn't Chito Vera take him down, bro?
Gio Vera's been that was his first martial art was jujitsu since he was
So
16.
that was sus. A lot of people told me like, hey man, they think that something was in the contract.
Yeah,
Cause you know, this guy's a superstar and you never know, man. Just like boxing, there's some conversations behind closed doors, man. You just never know. Maybe Dana kind of, hey man, you better make this an exciting fight. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I want to see a brawl. He might give him the word and it's like toss him some extra cash.
Hmm.
But I feel like um Pereira is like one of the golden childs of UFC now, dude. Big name,
Oh
everybody
yeah,
knows him, and they want to see him knock people out. And shit, it's gonna be interesting this next fight with Ankalaev, and it's like,
yeah,
what if
because
he
he's a
gets
wrestler.
taken down? But shit, I don't know. Well, it's gonna be crazy, bro. If he
It
takes
is.
over, man,
It's gonna be
a lot of
heartbreaking
people
for
gonna be
the
sad,
MMA.
man.
Yeah, for real, for the MMA community. Chama. I did want to mention one thing just came to mind right now with the whole Bilal Muhammad situation and Khabib's team. Khabib's
Oh
team.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy, bro.
Let's get into that, bro, because that's insane. Because Bilal Muhammad has been known for training with Habib and Islam and Umar,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's been part of the camp. This most recent camp, you saw Bilal in the clips training,
yes,
and
yes.
he recently Bilal just unfollowed the team,
Oh,
aka.
that's right, that's right. So what's going on?
Is there some
Is it?
beef? Is he gonna try to go for the belt against Islam? Double champ.
Well, yeah. I mean, Islam really wanted that, and shit. Maybe, yeah, dude. It's fucking. That's kind of shocking to me, to be honest with
It's
you.
like I don't know. Were they bros and then they just split? Was this Bilal's plan all along to get some inside info on how these guys train? Like, is this like like a chess move from Bilal, or is this just something happened where he felt uncomfortable because Islam wants this double championship because he fights for legacy? And I mean, that's what Islam was saying in this last fight. He's like, these champion fights, they don't feel the same. He doesn't get that high like he did once he got the belt. He needs more. And the double
damn,
champ is kind of what he's going for. So it's like, oh,
that
is this
fight
gonna
needs to happen too, though. To be honest with you.
yeah, is it's Aporia or is it Bilal? Like there's a lot of things
Oh
up in the
shit.
air right now.
Yeah. Damn. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Islam say that they're gonna announce something soon? Was he saying that too? Or was it
I don't
just
I
no
don't know.
top two row? I don't know. I hear a lot of
Dana
talk
was
like
like, "Oh,
word
I got some
chatter.
big news coming." It's just like there's so many fighters. There's a lot of like word around the street, but nothing confirmed yet.
Either one of those fights, it's gonna be dope. So but damn, yeah, I wonder what's next for like Marab, Sugar Sean. You know, kind of want to see these guys fight again.
I think Sugar Sean should go against Corey Sandhagen, bro. I've been wanting to
That'd be
see
dope.
that fight for so long. Corey Sandhagen's been
Oh
wanting
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
number for
yeah.
like the longest time.
True.
But Sean O'Malley, he had like a surgery not too
Hip
long ago.
surgery or
Yeah,
something.
hip surgery.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the recovery process is for that. But there's a lot of fighters, who we haven't seen in a minute. So Sean O'Malley being one of them, Volk. And it's good to see these guys back in the mix getting ready to train.
Hell yeah. And we'll see if we can get a Roundtree back in there too.
Right. He had a crazy performance against
Dude,
Alex.
that's just brutal.
I wonder what's next for
Damn.
him, man. But overall, I
Yuri?
feel like we're gonna be spoiled for it. Dude, Yuri would be a good matchup.
He wants
A lot
big
of
fights
standing.
or what? Yuri
Yuri?
wants only championship fights
Yeah,
or
yeah. Yuri said in that last podcast, he said that he's down to fight someone else before Alex, but he's like, I have the recipe for
damn. I
Alex.
believe
So
him, dude. I
yeah,
believe
dude,
him.
that last fight against Jamal Hill was freaking cold, bro. I was like hyped up to see that.
His head movement looked better. So
Yeah, hands were up, head
move it.
movements there, shaved head, ready to go.
I think he's ready, man.
Yeah.
What else is going on, man? See anything else in the news? In the reels?
In the reels, bro. This is should I even mention it? I was thinking I saw this clip. This has nothing to do with MMA, but I saw a clip of people saying that emojis are demonic. Have you seen that conspiracy, bro?
Mm, no,
Recently?
like certain emojis.
Yeah, certain emojis have like are like sigils in like demons. I don't know. I was just wondering if you because I know
Wow,
we
nah,
tap into some conspiracy sometimes.
nah.
Apparently, there's like with the emojis there they could bring up certain entities and it's just weird. So I
God
was just gonna
damn.
bring it up and I was just like, oh, maybe you
Wait,
heard about
which
that.
emojis though? That's fucking crazy. Is there
But
certain like weird ones?
yeah, there's like some of like the mostly the ones with like faces. They're like they
Oh
brought it up
shit.
with other books and like sigils from different stuff, and it's like, oh, that's what emojis derive from. And I was just like, I don't know, is that like a real thing? I thought maybe if you saw that clip, it's crazy though. I was
Nah,
like, what?
man.
Nah,
I'm trying to look it up.
for sure.
Which emojis are demonic?
It was kind of scary. My mom was like actually the one that brought it up. She's like, "Hey, have you seen this?" I'm like, "Nah." And then I did like a few days later, I seen a podcast with these guys that were
Oh,
just breaking it down.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I got the list. So yeah, it's the purple one with the devil horns, smiling face with horns.
I saw some
I don't know
regular
if
ones
is it
too,
that
like
one?
people, yeah, or maybe it's
Drop of blood, fire. I don't know, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Crystal ball, crescent,
Yeah.
bat,
No, I think it was just
pirate.
like regular emojis, and they kind of just like took off like the it like broke down the lines of the emoji, and then it turned into like something else.
All right, man. Now I gotta look it up.
Just check.
Emoji. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube, maybe, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you
Demonic.
this. Maybe
That's
you could show
crazy.
this clip, bro, because it's
The
like
original
I'll send it real
72
quick.
emojis. They're
I saw these
secretly
fools breaking
demonic
it down. It's like
symbols. Oh,
maybe
really? You ever hear
maybe they're
about the Lesser
tripping,
Book of
but maybe
Solomon?
not.
He's the one that was
Oh,
able
is
to
it like these
tame
Asian
every single
guys?
demon.
Yeah.
In the book, he wrote these sigils,
Yeah, I
which
found
would
it. Yeah, yeah,
control,
yeah.
but also
Dude.
summon certain
I know what you're
demons.
talking
What the
about.
heck? Every single emoji.
That's all they do.
So you see
Mhm.
that? The X is on the eyes.
They have
Remember
like a
the
bunch
smoke
of
one?
random. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're telling me this is an accident?
These guys, right?
Yeah.
The original 72 emojis, they're secretly demonic sigils. Oh, really? You ever hear about the Lesser Book of Solomon? He's the one that was able to tame every single demon. In the book, he wrote these sigils, which would control, but also summon certain demons. What the heck? Every single emoji. Whoa. So you see that? The
Oh,
X is on
everyone.
the eyes. Remember the smoke one?
X is on
you're
the
telling
eyes.
me this is
Oh
an
no.
accident? No, that one. The crying
No,
emoji
wait,
with
what?
the tears, and it makes the exact
Wait, hold
sigil.
on, dude.
Stop playing. Look at this one with the teeth. Yo, it's not a game. Yo. This shit is
I don't know
real.
how
Down to the
accurate this
zipper
is.
fucking
I
emoji,
never.
bro. So this whole time, us sending emojis may
Wait,
have
what?
the original.
Nah, that shit kind of look
72
like a.
emojis. They're secretly demonic sigils. Oh, really? You ever hear about the Lesser Book of Solomon? He's the one that was able to tame every single demon. In the book, he wrote these sigils, which would control.
Interesting though.
It is interesting.
Mm, all right, that's it. That's interesting though.
That just came to mind right now, bro. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro, but
it might be a
it's a
reach.
trip. It's a reach, but it's like I see the how it correlates. I mean, they used to use fucking symbols like that as for what? I mean, yeah, it's kind of trip like how emojis were born. You know, like did they have some weird shit back in the day where they had little fucking plates and these demonic people would just hand them out and be like, I don't
Handing
know,
out
like you
emojis.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Handing
yeah.
out emojis, like I don't maybe shit. I don't know.
It is a trip though. Just
Possible.
thinking about like stuff like that. I know. I feel like the MMA community or Jiu-Jitsu community is very open to like different ideas. I don't know why.
It's possible. I mean, nothing's fucking original. That's what I think. Everything's kind of remade, and
Yeah, nothing new under the sun.
there's people that believe in that shit, dude. That are demonic people, dude. That worship the devil, dog. That's a real thing, and
Yeah.
for history. So I
Mhm.
remember one time I went into a long time ago, dude. Like when I was like around 18, 19, like we were
Mhm.
trying to start a band,
Uh-huh.
like a kind of like a rock rap type of band. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Linkin Park type shit.
for sure.
And like I had like a keyboard, and then my friend had I don't know, the fuck, the guitar. And then the guy that was gonna be like the vocalist, we're gonna go to his house. I never really met him. I knew he worked at AutoZone, and
Okay.
we're like, cool. We went to his house, and we go in, and these fools watching like, he's like he has his girlfriend there, and like this black cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, all right.
Oh shit.
We go in, he's like, we're watching NASCAR, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And like, big ass rug on the ground, bro. Big fucking pentagram, like on the fucking carpet, like rug. I was like, what the fuck? And then I just look, they have like a clock that has like a pentagram on it, and there's all this weird shit in their house, like demonic ass shit. And I was like, all right, I was like, hey man, I'm like, I'm out of here, bro. Then my friend's like, what, man? What? I was like, dude, I was like, there's fucking demonic shit all over this guy's house, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah, they were devil worshippers, dude. Got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I'd never been to somebody's house like that. Yeah, that was the scariest thing ever, bro.
Especially when you're younger too. It's like going to somebody's house. It's like different. There's always a different vibe when you go to someone's crib. I noticed it when I was a kid. I'm like, oh, but yeah, that would have creeped the shit out of me, bro. I would have been out of there too.
Oh no, hey, I'm losing you.
I know, I'm here,
Right?
bro. I'm here.
See, dude, the fucking spirits taking over our fucking line, bro.
Yeah, we got it. We're holding it down. Hold them cross collar
rosary over here.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, man, scariest thing, one of the scariest things ever. I was like, fuck that, dude. They're gonna.
Did you end up like still making this? Still making music with them or?
Nah, bro. I sold the keyboard to him, and that was it, bro.
Just gone.
That guy was fucking weird, bro. I sold him the keyboard, and he got it, and like literally, he ran to his car. He's like, like he did this weird laugh, bro. Yeah, like a fucking goblin, bro. I was like, told my homie, I was like, you stop hanging around that guy. He's fucking weird. He worked at AutoZone though, and he had like a Camaro. He's like a car guy. But yeah, he was just weird, bro. Like imagine seeing that like a fucking 10x10 rug, like pentagram rug on like the fuck kind of like, where do you buy that, dude? Like
yeah, where do eBay? I don't know.
Like yeah, and then the clock, and then there's this just weird little statue things. I was just like, I've seen enough. Like
that's a good move,
like,
bro.
Yeah, that was the weirdest. Never met anybody like that. Like, cause there's people that kind of like some goth people, you know, they kind of like will wear some stuff like that, or you know what I mean, like a Ouija board keychain or something. They don't believe in it really, probably, but
they just like
style.
Cool.
Yeah, like, but yeah, that was a trip, bro. That never happened to me again. But yeah, you see some shit like that, you just walk out, bro. Like, I don't know what's next, dude. They gonna be chopping a fucking goat in half, or
it's like, yeah. Do you even entertain yourself with ideas like that, or I think it's probably best to just stay away from that stuff, right? Or be educated.
Yeah, be educated on it. Yeah, but I think my friend wasn't educated on it, and I was already like, you know, I already knew about that stuff, and like watched YouTube videos on like these devil worshippers and like what signs they use, and because when you're a little kid, you don't really know, like you don't know all these symbols and stuff.
I remember my cousin telling me, he's like, "Have you seen the Chicago Bulls logo?" And it was like, "What?" He's like, "Turn it upside down." I'm like, "What the hell?" We're like 10. We're like 10 years old.
Oh.
And he's like, bro, just watch out. I'm like, well, I didn't even know this was like a thing. And then after a while, you go to a couple YouTube rabbit holes and you're like, oh, there's some crazy people out there.
Like, shit. I haven't looked at that. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Also, weren't they saying like Hello Kitty also was like a demon or something?
I have seen that. I don't know how legit that is, but I have heard that before. Now I'm thinking about
what? Yeah, man. Let's see, Chicago Bulls. Damn, shit came out right away.
It looks like a guy reading a book.
Oh yeah. I'll show you guys. What the fuck? Hold on. Yeah, you guys see that? I guess there's a guy's reading a fucking book.
Yeah, it looks like it, right?
And he's like sad, kind of. That's weird. That was definitely done on purpose, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means though.
No idea.
Damn.
But yeah, it's like weird. Yeah, you go down YouTube, you start listening to freaking songs in reverse, and it's like, you're going into like some weird spots, and it's like, yo, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. Yeah, that's a whole video on it.
For real? Damn. Mystery of the Bulls. Chicago Bulls, bro.
Damn, it's crazy. Yeah, and like
weird sites
have like a lot of artists, huh?
that was a weird side tangent, but I just felt like mentioning it. I feel like we talk a lot about
Yeah,
MMA
yeah,
and UFC, but like stuff like that, it's like
Nah, that's
bring that up.
trip. Hell yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, it's weird. What the fuck? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. But yeah, dude. What else is fucking going on? Anything else you want to talk about on here?
Nothing much. Just I was trying to get back into consistent training. I've taken the past few days off. Like I like rolled my foot, kind of.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the side of your foot. Like if you ever heard it before, and it's like it's super painful, bro. So
yeah,
I've taken a few days off, getting back into training. And the guys over there at GB Atascadero just recently competed, and they cleaned house pretty
yes,
much. So
they did.
congrats to them, bro. They put in work.
Congratulations.
Yep. So they probably got that chakra, that competition chakra. So we're gonna have some good training, I'm assuming. So it's yeah, I'm hyped up, bro. I feel like with the podcast itself, we're still showing up, being consistent, set some new goals, and get after it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, my
That's
back's still fucking sore and shit. I gotta I don't know, man. I'm thinking about going to a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Snap my shit up. It's like getting better, but like
Mm-hmm.
if I sit down for a while,
Mm-hmm.
it's like fuck, that shit starts to get sore. So
If there was like someone listening, like trying to deal with like injuries and stuff, do you have like any advice for them? Like if they currently have an injury?
I know I was talking to Anthony. He's like, "Oh, I'll give you my chiropractors." I've been to a chiropractor before, dude. Like I hurt my back and they snapped me up. I was in the gym. I fucking went to go pick up a weight all fast and I just like heard a pop. I was like, oh, and I couldn't stand, like I could stand straight, but it hurt. Went to a chiropractor, popped my back, and I was straight, dude. I was good. Literally. Yeah, I was like, so I'm thinking about just doing that. And it's like it's gotten better. A lot better. It's just still sore. Usually when I sit down for too long, like if I sit down for like, I don't know, hour, I have to like get up, stretch. It's just sore.
Yeah.
And so I just been like, yeah, driving, and then I work. I just try to like walk around, but it's not that bad. It's just like fucking, like it's just like a little nagging ass injury, you know?
Yeah,
just like,
they're annoying,
man.
They're annoying for sure.
But I'll be all right. But I'm about to get in there tomorrow. But yeah, man, you about to roll out to the?
Yeah, I'm about to head out to the noon class.
We'll wrap this out.
Yes, so appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be on the road.
All right, man.
Yep.
Yeah, look out for interviews, all that.
Yes, sir. Reaching out to a few people out there. I'll let you know how it goes.
Like and subscribe, man. We out.
Like and sub. Yeah. Like and sub, bro.